a man by the name of Andrew Arabaka. He poured gasoline onto the ground and ignited it with a lighter and an incendiary device. That device was a firework, a large firework in a canister. He then pulled out an airsoft rifle and fired 5 to 7 pellets, if you will, in the direction of 26 Federal Plaza. The building was attacked. Mr. Arabaka was looking to injure people and harm people. He had 2 axes, a hammer, a machete, and 3 knives.
Interesting. The border Czar Tom Homan joins us now to talk about this. Sir, good to see you. I just want to get your reaction to what we saw today and also the fact that Mamdani didn't make it to the press conference. Go ahead.
Well, look, it's just another example of some idiot that believes the left's talking points. I'm sure if you ask him why he did it, he's going to repeat the talking points you hear Democratic members of Congress say, that sanctuary city mayors like Mamdani and Governor Hochul say. ICE isn't a real law enforcement agency. ICE are fascists. ICE needs to be abolished. I see signs all the day at protests, resist ICE. So look, their talking points are making an impact. For that small percentage of really crazy people, they empower them to do something stupid because they believe the left's talking points. So this is not going to stop. I've said it for over a year.
Yeah.
The hateful rhetoric is going to end in bloodshed, and it has.
Yeah.
More than I thought, and it's not over yet. More will happen unless these people shut their mouth and let ICE enforce the laws that they enacted.
Yeah. You know, the mayor wrote on X that he was disturbed by what happened. We're looking at video of Mamdani screaming and terrorizing you for just implementing common sense border policies in this country. Mamdani didn't make it to the press conference. I'm sure this guy is probably going to end up at Gracie Mansion for a dinner with him, is what I would expect if he's not in prison. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to the mayor of this city that is disturbed by what happened today?
Well, let's fix one thing you just said. That he terrified me.
No, he terrorized.
Give me a break.
I didn't say terrified.
He's you know, I'll leave it at that. He's lucky he was held back. But look, I was busy eating a Macintosh apple. I was born in upstate New York. I'm going to retire in upstate New York. I was up there during apple season, eating a beautiful Macintosh apple, ignoring what he had to say. But look, he's still about ICE. He's still about doubling down on sanctuary cities. Yeah. And I'll say the same thing I've been saying. We have already increased presence in New York. We're going to increase presence more. We're going to have a surge operation in New York. I'm not going to tell you when. And why is that? That's not a threat. When Governor Hochul signed legislation ending our relationship with 287Gs, ending our relationship with jails, that means rather than one agent arresting one bad guy in jail, now we got to send a whole team to do the same thing that took one agent to do. So of course we got to increase resources because she took the efficiencies away.
Yeah, it's such a shame that the party has gone so insane on immigration and that you guys have to go through this. And by the way, I never thought you were terrified of Mamdani. I said he tried to terrorize you, not terrified. Who could possibly be scared of that? Before I let you go, excuse me, DHS providing an update on Springfield, Ohio. This is a place we covered quite a bit. A massive Haitian population took over what was, a pretty quiet small town. DHS saying Haitians with terminated TPS in Springfield are now self-deporting following the Supreme Court's ruling last month. Self-deporting. What do you attribute to this? And do you think this is a trend that will make your job easier? Because as we've talked about so many times, self-deporting is going to be the key to getting so many of these people out of the country.
Right. And look, I'm glad they're self-deporting. Do I think they're all going to self-deport? No. It's smarter to self-deport when you get your arrangements together, get all your stuff together, and plan your departure. Because if you don't, we're going to show up and we're going to deport you on our terms. So I'm glad they're self-deporting because, the Supreme Court made a ruling, the president made it clear, we're going to, enforce immigration law in this country. And so I hope this continues, but I don't think it will. So we're going to have to go out there and look for these people that don't want to be found and make sure they leave this country. Well,
you've got, what are you, about 3-4 million out now? How many have you got out?
Well, you count self-deports. DHS put out a number that, over 2 million self-deports. I can tell you, last couple of days I've been pushing on ICE records. June, month that just passed, ICE arrested more illegal aliens than any month.
Love it.
During the history of the agency. And July is on track to beat that. So look, now that the government's open, now that we had fun, the numbers were down for a few months because the government shut down. Right. Now we're funded, we're hitting on all cylinders, we're making record removals.
Bring it on. Border Czar Tom Homan, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Good to see you.